Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are back for another Train Sim World 3 driving route, and today we are actually going to be doing a new train. As you can see, I'm not actually going to be doing an English train or a train that's featured in the UK, well, at least not to my knowledge, and today we're actually going to be driving a German train, the DR401DB ICE 1 train, because Train Sim World 3 made another tutorial on how to drive this train, so I think I know everything of what I need to do. If I don't, then it's a learning curve, I guess. So today we are going to be taking the ICE, or this train, A82 thing. I don't know what that thing at the start means, from München Hbf to Kiel Hbf. Again, I do apologize from the pronunciation of these. I think HBF sort of means like international or like interchange or something like that. Similarly to, you know, like what we call them in the UK. So let's go ahead and click get started, and we will start. My frame rate is being very weird. I don't know why that is, but hopefully it will clear up. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to set that to on, to my knowledge. And then we go ahead and do that. We also need to unlock the brakes. While I'm here, I'm going to turn AFB on and the LZB on as well. And I think LZB is already active, if I remember. So let's go ahead and draw in power. So let's just go ahead and raise that for a few seconds. And then we need to close the circuit breaker. So the speed limit at the moment is 60. So let's go ahead and raise this to 60. Come on, one up. Okay, there we go. Brakes are applied. Okay, and then I remember we need to do that and that, if I remember. And then we should be good to go. Obviously our wipers are down here. We got the horn there and there, so let's give it a little toot. Hey, there we go. So yeah, as I said, I think I know everything of what I need to do. If I don't, then as I said, it's a learning curve, so we just need to wait for a few minutes until we can then get going. But while we wait, well, we can't really do anything while we wait. We just need to wait for a bit. So we've got the AFB and LZB active. From what I've been told, is AFB obviously is a kind of cruise control. I kind of knew that from when I was doing a stream on it before. LZB, which I had no idea what it is, apparently it kind of means the train is automatic, even if you don't have AFB. So if there's a signal or speed restriction, the train will automatically slow down even if I don't do anything, which I think is cool. But as I said, it's a learning curve. I don't know much about it. Apparently it says the triangle here, so even if I didn't have the AFB active, I think if I put the throttle on max and just let it go, the speed would not exceed 60, even if I didn't have the AFB active. That's from what all I've known, okay? I'm not too sure if that is actually what it is, but that's what I've thought of. So let's go ahead and release the brakes, and we'll go ahead and apply a bit of throttle to get us moving. It might take us a bit of a while to get us moving if the brakes are still charging, which I don't think they are. So we should start moving now. Yep, there we go. The throttle thing's going up and we're starting to move, as you can see. Maybe apply a bit more. We do have the sander here if we don't need it or something like that. Maybe a bit more just to get us moving, and then just put it on max. So yeah, we can obviously go ahead and sand the track if we do get any wheel slip, but there's not really much happening, so we should be good. So I don't actually usually drive the ICE one or any other trains other than UK trains, so this is going to be a bit of a learning curve, as they said to me, but hopefully I should be able to learn how to do these stuff, because yeah, I'm not a master of how to drive these. So if I just release the AFB, actually that doesn't, yeah, that was a bit of a stupid idea, to be fair, because I have the AFB active. So the thing is now changed to U. I can't fully remember what that meant, but we are still in a signal zone. I think that's what it's means. We're now in the U zone or something like that. As I said, I literally just watched the video, so there are going to be things that I'm going to forget, but most of the, from most experience, I kind of know how to just get the train moving, I guess. As long as I can get the train moving into the destination, that's me sorted. That's me satisfied. We can now up the AFB now to 100 kilometers an hour. There we go. It's kind of weird to try and move the AFB with the cab shake on. So we can have to, we can either have that or that. I just, cab light seems okay, I think. We can now actually increase this a bit more to 160 or 165. Yeah, 165. There we go. I don't think we're going to have to worry about the next station for a few minutes because we're supposed to be there in over half an hour with it being 85 kilometers away. Also, it'll give us like a speed here if we need to slow down. So now we can actually go to 200, I think. I'll put the AFB onto 200. As that is now the permitted speed. Come on, there we go. And from what I was, or from what I learned from the video, if we start slowing down automatically for whatever reason, have a look here because it'll show me why. You can now actually go up to a quicker speed. I think that's like 240, 230. Put it on to 230. Come on. So close. Get it to 230. Okay, there we go. So the next stop is Fulda. That's how I would say is a classic Britishman. Obviously, Germany might pronounce that totally different to what I just tried. So, yeah. That is the only stop on this route. We stop there, and then we go to Castle Wilhelmsform, Platform 3. Just don't listen to how I pronounced that, because it wasn't correct. I know it wasn't. Apparently, or from what I know, the at least I think it is, the sort of like AWS equivalent is I think it's pronounced Cipher or Cipher. Just trying to have a look at where that is right now. Or it might actually be somewhere else. Maybe I don't. Oh, it's maybe that. Oh, that's the button. Okay, I actually have no idea where it is. I believe it's somewhere on here. I just can't remember where it is. It's got to be somewhere here. Oh, there. See, I told you, I do know where it is. Anyway, we can actually increase this to 250 now, I think. 255. Let's just go 250. Plus, we don't really need to go like full speed, I guess, It's a speed limit, it's not a target. Dark Reaper. Oh. Yep, don't worry. So yeah, instead of it being a long, like, beeping noise, I think it's just the announcer going Cipher. Which I think is, as I said, the kind of equivalent of, you know, the AWS thing that we get in the UK. Obviously, as I said, I am from the UK. I'm not German. I don't know much about Germany trains. So I just try and appreciate that I am trying to, you know, make an effort on trying to drive this German train, even though I actually have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just going off a video that I saw, and I just hope that I'm doing everything right. Go ahead and clear that. It's still queue to clear the CIFA then, so at least I know that. Another thing I was told as well, which I don't actually know if it's, you know, which I think I've tried but didn't really know if it made a difference. If you didn't have AFB or LZB thing, whatever they're called, on, if you turned the throttle off, it would coast the train, and it would basically not even slow down the train. It would just keep the speed maintained. So if I just switch it off, from what I was told, the speed limit should change, but from what I'm seeing, it's slowing down, so that was a bit wrong from the video. I think what they meant is, like, in terms of slowing down under braking. So it's still affected by gravity, but not by braking on its own, if that makes sense, like using its own brakes. Speaking of brakes, though, we do need to make sure that we start braking when we see, or when we're getting close. And I think someone said as well, you should probably start braking. I can't remember where it was. I think it was like 5 kilometers out or something like that. Like if you're going really quick, like, you know, 200. I think it's like if you were going like 100 or so, then you should start braking at 1.5 kilometers out with a 55. Or like a 5 braking. But as I said, you know, we are still learning. And we'll just see what happens. So we are really picking up speed now. I'm not getting a steady 60 on this route. It's hovering around 60, but like it's not actually at 60. So I do apologise if the video is slightly choppy. It's getting quite loud in the cab as well, because of how quick we are going. Good luck trying to get a thumbnail here, Fetch. Is there actually any passengers in the train? I'd like to know. I mean, I don't really want to leave this desk. Alright, apparently it says 250 there, but we are certainly exceeding 250, so I'm not actually too sure what's going on with that. I hope that I have done everything correct. I mean, I'm going to put the AFB on 200, on 250 anyway. Obviously, from what I heard of the video, the LZB would slow it down anyway, but it wasn't really doing that, so I'm not too sure. As I said, I'm still learning this. Into these tunnels. I just need to make sure that I don't go into emergency braking. Even if I do, I know what you have to do. Apparently you need to stop, or wait for the train to come to a complete stop. Then you have to press the HLL fill button, and then wait for this, which is the brake application pressure or something like that, or like the charge of the brakes. You need to wait until that, you know, charges back up. I think where it is 5 right now is the normal thing. It's kind of like, I don't know what that buzz was, I just pressed Q and it cleared it. I think it's the same with the class 66, is in that it has to be on the number 5, but I'm not entirely sure. And if you apply the power, after you've pressed that, if it's not moving, that's what it should be doing, to a certain extent. Once the brakes charge up fully, then the train will start to move, from what I've learned. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. There we go. Yeah, I really hope that, you know, Train Sim World 3 make more of the tutorials, because honestly, I found them super useful. Like with the, you know, even though I knew how to drive the Javelin slightly, it didn't, obviously, I learned more from the video than doing the training, if that makes sense. I learned more from the video, and I really hope that they do tutorials for every single train in the game. I know it will be a lot of hard work, but honestly, I found them super useful, and I really hope that they, you know, do more of them, because as I said, I did find them useful. We can actually go up speed, but I might not go up to that speed because it drops down to 250 again. We'll clear the CIFA. I think CIFA actually translates to AWS or something like that. I don't think it's like a completely made up word that's not translated back into English. It probably is. If it is, do let me know. But from what I've learned, I don't think it is. Again, all of this is a learning process for me. I'm just telling you guys, I think, what I know. So don't take anything that I'm saying as me being an expert. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying what I think is right. "48 kilometers away now from the next station. We're supposed to be there." Oh, thank you. We're supposed to be there in about 20-ish minutes, I think. So we should get there relatively on time, I think. Judging from how the UK timetable things work, I don't know why, but I am estimating it to be a bit early. So like get there at like, you know, 10:56 or something like that. But we will see. And yeah, I do really need to pay attention to the braking. I think I will start slowing down at like 3 kilometers and maybe apply a bit, you know, brake, just to make sure that I can, you know, I can actually get the train slowing down. Once I kind of like know how much each speed, you know, is braking, then I should get a good idea of when I need to start braking. But then again, I think of that in the UK trains and I still get it wrong sometimes. Most of the time I do get it right, you know, just by playing the game and doing the scenarios, but for German trains, I'm not too sure. I can make like a rough estimate, but that, as I said, that's an estimate. Like, I'm not actually too sure if it will work. But it's trial and error at the end of the day. I think I missed off one step when you emergency brake as well. I think you have to like reset the LZB or something like that. I'm not too sure, but Obviously, if I avoid going into emergency, then we don't even have to pay attention to that anyway. So, we're fine. We're chilling. We're rocking and rolling. I think I now know what the U stands for. I think U means that the LZB is now active, like fully active, because if you saw at the start it was different, and I didn't have like these two symbols down here or up there. I only had this. So I think the U means now that you've gone into the area of it, you know, actually working. Quite foggy, honestly, outside. You know, the scenery's. I mean, the scenery's good. You know, don't get me wrong, but it's a bit foggy, isn't it? So we can do some sightseeing if we do want to, but obviously I don't want it to be, you know. I don't know why, but I just like tooting the horn every now and then. Especially if it isn't a UK train, because obviously I've not heard the horns from the different trains. So yeah, you can either do it from there, or you can either press the pedal down here. They both do the same thing. Where is it? They both do the exact same thing, if you didn't already know. I don't know what that one does, though. That one. See, oh, so you can even press that as well. Oh, so you can do everything from your feet these days. Really foggy now. Look at this. Can't even see where everything is. Don't say it's going to rain. Honestly, it was sunny when we started this route. I don't know why I did that. Just playing around with the controls. I probably shouldn't play around with it. It's not a toy. Kilometers away now, so we're still going along at a good speed. I don't know why, but every now and then I've been seeing this go like all the way down, like a sort of applying the brakes and then going back up. I don't know if that is to do with the LZB or not, or with the AFB. Because watch it, we'll get to like, I don't know, I think it like happened to like like when we were getting close to the thing, it started them braking then going back up. I think it's probably, you know, like making sure that we're keeping the same speed. But take as much of that as you will. You probably have, you guys probably know what it is, and you're probably spamming it in the comments what it actually means. So thank you in advance. $25 kilometers away. Yeah, I think probably like 3-4 kilometers, then we should probably start braking. I just don't know how much how much I do need to actually apply, though. That's the thing. Plus, I've not really driven with the LZB either, so I'm not actually too sure how that works in terms of braking for stations as well. I don't think it's auto, but could be. I only watched the video once. And now I'm, you know, recording this. Like, I haven't watched it, you know, multiple times. I've literally just watched it once. And I basically imported as much as I've learned into making this video. So there could be things that I know. There could be things that are completely false. we'll keep driving and just seeing what happens, I guess. Actually going to be going to a 200 soon, as you can see there, so I'm slowing down. The LZB didn't do it automatically. It is on, right? Yeah. I really don't know then. Right, it's 10:50. 12 minutes before we're supposed to be there, and we're 17 kilometers away. We should be getting there fairly soon. And then we need to be there at 11:34. So once again, like another, like 32 minutes of driving. I think the German trains are more, like actually driving rather than stopping services. Because Germany, with Germany being so big, there's probably not that many stops in between, or that suitable for, like another train. Hold on, that's now saying 280. Wait, which speed is correct? They're both showing me different speeds. I really don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna speed up. That's interesting though. I set my AFB to 280. However, on the HUD, or the HUD, it's only set to 250, which is the current speed limit. Maybe that's what the LZB is about. Because the LZB is a safety system. So possibly. Now this is moving down. I don't know why it is. Oh, there's a G. Right, I think we're actually going to be moving out of the thing. Still moving down. Maybe it is because we're going to 220. Maybe. Maybe I had it right, this entire time. The G's disappeared. I actually have no idea what the G meant. It did say on the video, but I've already forgotten it. Well, the G's back again. 140. Going back to 280. Well, let's put the throttle now on off, and we'll apply a little bit of braking. I just feel like this is going to slow down like way quickly, yeah. Right, I'll put the throttle back on then. 140 now. I don't know why, but the line speed and... Okay, now it is 140 then. Okay, I think at 1.5 I'll like apply the train brake to like a minimum like sort of level. Actually going to be slowing down to a 100 soon as well, so probably the LZB is gonna maybe take effect soon. Yeah, see, yeah, it's working. Okay. Hey, maybe we won't start braking at 1.5. We'll start braking maybe a kilometer out. Oh my god, I went down to 16 FPS. I just had a look at that signal and thought, oh wait, that's actually at the end of the platform. Is that an Airlink train? It's an Airlink train in Germany. What the hell? Why is this down to a 0? Oh, is that actually coming into the station? Wait. Wait. Okay, I'm not actually touching a thing. I don't think so. Wait, maybe it is. Wait. This could go incredibly wrong. I've got the throttle on max. I'm not applying any brakes whatsoever. And the LZB is actually slowing me down. That is so cool. I didn't do a thing for that. Oh, no. Never mind. Okay, it didn't last for long. That is cool, though, to some degree, though. How it was actually, you know, it actually slowed me down towards the station, and I didn't do a thing. Okay, lesson learned then. When you get into the station, and when you stop, put the throttle on 0, apply a small amount of brake, open the doors. That was so cool. So, honestly, the LZB then is effectively driving the train automatically. You just need to do a few things. But I am a bit not really scared, but like I don't know. I think when we leave this area, we lose the LZB, because the LZB is only, I think it's only available in some areas. It's not available for like the entire like line. If it is, then I have to do nothing. I can basically just enjoy myself and look at the scenery, sightseeing. And we are here quite early as well, so while we are loading up passengers, let's go ahead and have a look around the train. This is the actual locomotive of the ICE 1. Do you say it's ICE or ICE? I'm not actually too sure. These are the actual passenger cars. You'd sit here if you're in first class. Or not in first class. I think this is just a standard thing. You have like the pods here. This one's actually free. Look at that. Amazing. Just like Harry Potter. Apparently this as well actually displays your speed at one point. Like if you're going quick, it will actually display the speed you're going, which I think is quite cool. I don't know what this is though. Like it seems to be like some sort of like either merchandise shop or where you get some beers. Either one. There's the toilet there in case you were wondering. And the whole thing just copies over again. And I don't know if there's like a first class on the ice one or not. Anyway, while we're here, we'll do what we did on the last video. We'll go ahead and stock up newspaper things or things that we need to do. But I actually don't think that there are actually that you need to do. I'm going to have a quick look to see if there's any first class things. I actually don't know if there is. I think this is first class. Why are you all in jackets? Or like coats? Is it cold? This, you know, this guy's just chilling. You know, these two are chilling. I think that is first class. It's the same here. Like everyone's wearing a coat. Wait, this says 2. Is it different here? Okay, I have no idea what's first class and what isn't class, but none of well, some of these are wearing coats. This is the bar. Wait, were any of these guys wearing coats? Yeah, they were. Maybe that was just something I didn't know. Oh no, I don't want to give up control. I can't move my mouse. My mouse is stuck. There we go. Right, I suppose if the game's nagging me, if I want to give up to, you know, control, I think it's wise enough if we go back to the engine. You see, like everyone was wearing coats, you know, even though there's still people wearing some sort of coat here. Not a lot. Do we not have heating in this train? Have I not turned something on? I'm lovely and warm in the cab. Let's go in the fun way. Why not? Plus, we should actually shut that door anyway. What's in there? Oh, it's like a coat hanger. I think the fan controls are down there, so let's go ahead and have a look what we've got. Probably not. Maybe over here. I don't want to touch a thing there, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea where the heaters are. That is weird. There probably isn't. If you're on a Germany train in the summer or a winter, you're screwed if it's not the right temperature. So good luck. Now looking at the timetable, it actually gives us half an hour to get there. So it shouldn't actually be too bad. I mean, it's still half an hour, don't get me wrong, but... yeah, it's... not going to be quick, is it? Well, it's... in terms of getting there. Right, let's close the doors and we'll get going. hold on, my brakes were on and this train still went. Oh, maybe I applied that differently. Oh, never mind. Right, 86 kilometers. Oh, okay, never mind then. Never mind what I said. It's the same space. Never mind what I said. Right, well, if we just put the AFB on there... Well, actually... I don't know. I'll just put the AFB on the max and just see what happens. And back to clearing the seafers every 10 seconds. Yeah, I think we're going to be under manual operation by the time we get to Castle as well. I don't think we'll still be under LZB, so I don't think it will slow down automatically again, but... That was so cool though, the train actually slowed down by itself. And I didn't do a thing. That's why it was slowing me down. I didn't know why it was doing that. At least I do now though. At this rate, you know, Germany have self-driving trains by the seams of it. They're probably actually some of the easiest trains to drive ever. Maybe I've underestimated them. Oh yeah, and back into these long tunnels as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, because I've activated both the safety information and AFB, it should mean that I shouldn't break any limits or anything like that, but as I said, we'll see. But all I'm saying is we should get a gold. Medal by getting loads of action points for this route. We would, I mean, in the next video, we probably would go back to, thanks for that. Yeah, there's bits I like about the Cipher and things I don't. I like it because it's actually telling me when I need to clear it, but at the same time, it's not the immediate reaction to it being alerted, if that makes sense. Like in the UK, it's a long, like, beep sound. In Germany, it sounds like it's just like a robotic voice saying Cipher over and over again. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, I probably would go back to, or I'm probably going to go back to doing some scenarios after this route. You know, some of the UK scenarios that we were doing. Because they would quite, you know, I liked doing them, you know. It's actually lighting up there and somewhere on here as well that I need to clear it as well. I'm starting to think that the Cipher's more or less like the DSD now, if I'm going to be completely honest. Because I'm looking at the signals and they're not changing, they're only on green or whatnot. So I'm gonna guess it's, you know, more or less like a safety standard rather than an actual AWS thing. It's probably AWS and DSD combined. Oh, this is slowing down for something. Oh, probably to the 250. Yeah, because track speed right now is 280. Oh. There's a bit of like a broken tree there, you know, he just went through a branch. That was so weird. Seeing a few of these whiteboards as well, and the video did tell me what those whiteboards meant, but I actually can't remember what they were though. It wasn't those styles of boards, it was... Wait, I don't know where they are. There was one earlier. I'll see if I can find it. There might be another one soon. It was... Oh my god, there still isn't one. But it was more of like a square one rather than... Or more of like a rectangle one more than a square one, if that makes sense. There might be one here actually. Basically another white one with numbers that doesn't look like that. There should be one that I was talking about soon. I can't see it. Well, we're at 250 now. 66 kilometers to go. Oh, Sifa. There we go. So yeah, just a recap, we can either clear the Sifa by pressing that, or doing it with our foot. If I was driving this train in real life, I probably would go with the foot option. Right, well, if we're fine, let me go ahead and see if I can show you the speed thing. If I quickly go over here. Come on, change. It will show it. Why do I feel like we're slowing down? See, there you go. We are slowing down. What's going on? Why are we slowing down? What have we done? Oh no, the emergency brake's activated. I think we didn't clear the Sifa. Okay, yeah, that probably wasn't the best thing to do. Right, so we need to do that. And then release. And press that. We'll do that. The charging up. Oh, hold on. There we go. I forgot that I had the throttle on max. Right, so the brakes are still charging, so that's why we're not moving. But now we are moving because the brakes are still charging. Well, at least I know. At least we had an emergency brake. I probably should not get out the cab and do that again, because I would then probably miss what it was. It's probably because I got out my chair. Oh god. We're learning. We're learning. Never get out the chair when you're traveling at 250 miles an hour or kilometers an hour. Never do that. If I probably didn't have the C4 on, that probably wouldn't have happened. I could just hear though from the train that we were slowing down. And all I wanted to do was just show you that screen thing. You all were probably screaming at me as well when I left my seat, going, "Fetch, you're going to slow down. You're going to crash." Well, not already crash, but you know, come to an abrupt stop. I could hear it in the engine. I could hear it. I think it was because I forgot to clear the CFA and. Yeah, the train thought that I was dead, so I applied the emergency brake. Anyway, we're back on the move now, though. So, not a massive harm done. Plus, you know, I think we were going to apply at Castle, you know, early anyway, so that was a bit of fun. And now we continue going to Castle. "57 kilometers away. I like more the like stopping services, because it means like you're always, you know, like on your guard, you know, like driving then stopping. I'm not a massive fan of, you know, like these, you know, like journeys where you're just going continuously and not stopping at all, because it does get, you know, like quite boring unless you know, you have like loads of like AWS, you know, like things to slow down for or something like that. And the thing is, obviously with the German trains, with the LZB active as well, that's always going to, you know, level you out. I do find it a bit boring, and I do kind of like the services where you do, you know, like stop every now and then. Or, you know, like quite regularly, but I guess that's Germany for you. I'm pretty sure, you know, that there are a few German routes where you don't have to stop, or, you know, like where you are stopping on a regular basis. I guess this route's or this route is just not one of them. $50K away. Clear that. I remember on a stream that we did, I think it was about a week ago from when this video is coming out, where we got the, I think it's the Ice 3 we did, not the Ice 1, so the model up from the Ice 1, and there was no passenger cars, it was just the first locomotive, and we did a route with it or something like that. It was like a scenario thing, and we didn't abide by the speed limits at all. We just, you know, sat down, blasted it off, and just see what speed we got to. And I think the top speed we got to was, it was at least over 300 kilometers an hour, at least. But it didn't last long. No, it didn't last long, because then we derailed. We were going too quick. Yeah, that was interesting. Still driving along at around 240 kilometers an hour, 41 kilometers to the next station, which is actually going to be where we're going to be terminating. So I do apologize, you know, if this is going to be like a bit of a boring video, but I literally don't know what I can do to, you know, make it more entertaining. If you are still watching up to this point, which I don't think many of you are, type in the comments, "You're crazy." Just do that in the chat or in the comments if you are still watching to this point. Still quite foggy outside. That's not changed. And we're still in a lot of tunnels. What is it with Germany and tunnels? I think we've experienced more tunnels than there is on the entire, like, you know, we've experienced more tunnels here than we have in the entirety of the UK. .34 kilometers away from Castle, so we are getting closer. Ever so shortly, we are getting there. As time is ticking away and the clock is just going down, we are getting ever so closer. I don't know when the LZB thing shuts off though, or gets removed. It could be that it, the LZB could be active for the entire route, maybe. There's, a strong possibility. But we will just carry on going and see. There was another train on the other tracks, if you saw that, just a few seconds ago. 10 minutes until we're supposed to be there. Still 28 kilometers away. That was a bit weird there in the tunnel. I think it's probably going to be 250 all the way to the terminal, I think. I really hope we do it with the LZB, because then again it means that I don't have to do anything in terms of braking. It will do it automatically. That was so cool though, you know, how the train just stopped by itself and I didn't push a button. But yeah, this time I have to remember when that says 0.0, apply the brake and get off the throttle. I think Germany are really on the rise of creating self-driving trains. You know, more of a very, I would say, better efficient train service. But if you create self-driving trains, then, you know, actual train drivers are going to be out of employment, aren't they? Because if they're going to be self-driving, then obviously they don't need any, you know, human operating them. Yes, you know, they could have a human in the cab just to supervise in case anything were to go wrong. But then again, you'd just be paid, or the pay probably wouldn't be very high, for just sitting and supervising a train for, you know, like 2-3 hours when you're doing a job. It is very interesting. What route do you know they go down? It's all like self-driving cars as well, you know, they're, you know, being created. And yeah, if they do that, then obviously, you know, there won't be any like taxi drivers or, you know, self-driving trucks. That's been another one. There aren't going to be that many truck drivers as well. They're all going to be self-driving. You look, you know, in 50 years time or whatnot, everything is going to be different. You know, we're going to have, you know, self-driving cars and, you know, things like that. I honestly, I reckon in like 50 to 100 years, everything we have right now will be totally different. Because, you know, 50 years ago today, you know, there wasn't anything such, you know, there was something, you know, a PC wasn't invented 50 years ago. If it did, then it was an incredibly slow one, you know, not things that we have today. You know, especially, you know, like with the graphics cards, you know, we've got right now, you know, like 20 years ago, you know, there wasn't such thing of, you know, like a 1080 or, you know, like 20 graphics card series. And I think it was only a few days ago, as I'm recording this video, they only announced like a 40 series graphics card, which is just absolutely mental. You know, right now, you know, obviously I'm running a 3070 graphics card in my PC. 3090s were out, but I thought for the price, really, is there anything different to getting, you know, a 3090 than if I was just to get a 3070? Yeah, I honestly reckon in, you know, like 50 years time, we will probably have, you know, like self-driving trucks, cars and buses and things like that. Again, probably, you know, like train, you know, trains as well will probably be that. Right, we're starting to slow down a bit, and I'm thinking if that's to enter Castle, we will keep monitoring it. But I'm seeing up here it says 180, so I am wondering if it is that, if this is going to level off at 180. This isn't saying anything different, it just says 0. It does say G, so I reckon if G means that, you know, it's going to enter the station. I reckon. The AFB is automatically slowing down as well. I don't know if this is the entrance into Castle or if this is just slowing down to 180. Seems a bit early to be slowing down, if I'm going to be completely honest. We are 5.5 kilometers away, rapidly getting closer. We'll see. We're still braking and we're past 180. Okay, it's going up again. Okay, so it was the 180, so I reckon soon then we'll be on the slowing down into Castle. Yeah, we're slowing down again. See, I'm not touching anything on my keyboard. The only thing I will be touching is, you know, Q, so obviously clear the CFA. But apart from that, I won't be touching anything else. I'll be letting, you know, the game do it for me. There is a 140 coming up, though, so it probably is that. Apart from that, I'm not going to press anything. Well, actually, in terms of like the throttle and brake, I'm not going to touch a thing. I'm just going to let the LZB do it all for me. Because I don't want to do anything. I'm not touching a thing. I was just gonna say I'm literally gonna like not even gonna look at the thing, but I think maybe just to be sure I think I am just gonna have a look about what's going on, just making sure everything's fine. Yeah, I probably won't get too ahead of myself. But I think this is proving to you that I think I've kind of mastered how to drive German trains, or at least the ICE one, that is. Not every single German train. But yeah, I'm not as bad as you thought I was I? I can stop perfectly. You know, I can get up to speed and, you know, not have to worry about breaking the speed limit. You know, honestly, I'm the best train driver in Germany. The best. I never overshoot, I never speed, I never do anything like that. I am the best train driver in existence in Germany. Because the whole thing's automated. This is just so cool, though, that everything is automated. As I said, you know, it is a, you know, it's kind of cheating the system, I would say. Because, you know, you're not actually doing anything. The whole thing's automated. The only thing you're doing is, you know, accelerating and clearing the CFA. But apart from that, you know, you're not really doing anything else, are you? So it should stop exactly where I should be as well. Honestly, it's so cool. It probably does stop more than you need it to, in all honesty, but apart from that, you know, you brake fine. You know, it's so cool that everything is automated. But that's the end of this journey, I'm pretty sure. There's nothing else that we need to do. It's very loud. I don't know why it's so loud in the engine room. It's lovely and quiet here. Why would anyone want to be in the engine room? I don't know. But there we go. That is the route. I mean, you still get, stop accuracy a bit, off, but obviously you can't expect, the LZB to literally be perfect. As you saw, no speeding. The LZB was very, very good at, keeping our speed the same. I think this is the emergency stop in the tunnel. But yeah, apart from that, honestly, you can see the very things of where, the train was going up and down, up and down, up and down there. And then obviously this was slowing down to our last stop. 1 hour, 8 minutes, so I do apologise if this was a long video. We've driven a total of 181 kilometres, and we've walked nearly an entire kilometre as well. We did get a gold medal, as I said. I'm now level 29 on the game, level 6 on this route, and also level 6 driving the train, so I'm a master. But apart from that, that is going to be it for today's video, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.